We live up in here, man. I think. Yep, was cracking.
This is your boy Dill Fetty. Welcome to Flow Hard the Spiritual Connection. We're gonna put it down for you just like this. One sick individual coming from a cool crazy loan. Y'all know how we do. Someone to follow what they tracks is hollow. Foundation is sand. Everybody can't grab when I'm at the big face cake. Flow like we want, watching out for the crisscross. Not them niggas with their pants in the back, but the ones with the strap in the
It's been a while, man, since I've been live.
back. Sling bags of chop blocks and maintain care. On the land, you can die.
Oh, chilling, man.
These better days are teaching those that keep making 6 feet deep in the grave. So when they see me, man, they recognize that beat this game and know that I'm a track destroyer. Put your sin and turn your boy up. Yeah, you better run it. We run this show.
Which cast are you talking about?
Quick to clown a bitch. Youngsters in the game represent to the fullest. Court and let ball. Can't Mike Bobby and Sonny Fields at Emerald Jets. Keep on haircut. He got some cool nights I wanna score, so I can make my spit tight. That's where I met March Love with the school. When niggas like C Love and Hardcore, I took them since '84. Some faces I don't see no more. And so I got to put it in. I'm a vet with this pen. That's why you give me serving. That's where the first scene I'm about to
Yeah, it's close enough, man. Had to get out for a little bit, man. I'm always at home all the time, guys. You know? So let me go do a live real quick. What the hell's that?
But I still can't pronounce over tracks that bounce, knock and rattle your trunk. We make this shit a habit to bump. All the way from True House to Hilly Hill, we go with Mike Monster, saying fuck a sponsor. When they ask who it is, say it's you and get about your shit. My town got hidden spitters and game blowers. Niggas that put holes on the strip and game movers.
What's up, man? What do you guys want to talk about? I'm gonna post a link right now. If anybody wants to jump in. Yeah, everybody got big trucks out here and shit, man. I'm all in a fucking car. I think that's a pretty true statement, bro. Yes, they will. That's without even saying, man. They will, most definitely. You know, they will definitely click up. I think that's part of the end of hostilities, man, was because everybody was on those lines, man, and you know, people are gonna do what they can to pretty much protect what they got going, you know. Going to bed. Someone's they're bumping all these and shit, like literally with big beat right in front of me. Welcome to border life, man. A lot of shit goes on out here that I've never seen before in my life. I'll tell you that right now. Different type of shit, you know? Yeah, it's 100% facts, though, man. The prison gang stuff, it's so crazy, man. You know, it's nothing will shock me no more. If you told me like years before that we'd be talking about some of the shit that we see that would actually be happening, I'd be like, man, you're crazy. But I'll tell you right now, man, you never know what's gonna happen next, man. You know what I'm saying? Where am I at? I'm on motherfucking let's see, what's that sign saying? Chavez. Cesar Chavez Avenue. That's where I'm at. You hear bumping them corridos? Hey, I'm always in the house, bro, all the time. Chongo, you want to jump in, Chongo? You want? It keeps me out of trouble. But I'm not gonna not go out every once in a while. So I don't really go live too much, man, because it go live every once in a while because it's like people get too personal when they're on their live sometimes, and they expose too much, and it's not really supposed to be a platform about your whole personal life to talk about. You know what I mean? It's about shooting the shit, sometimes discussing what you got going on, but other than that, I was talking right now to a friend, man, about a couple business ventures probably trying to do that are going to be outside of YouTube and shit, man. So I'm always on the grind trying to think of different things to do outside of what I'm doing currently. You know what I mean? And I want to put together something for like I want to try to do something to maybe give back to some nonprofit. You know what I mean? I've never been out. I don't know, man. Vlad TV is just, I don't know, probably, why not? It's good exposure, right? A lot of people do those interviews because it's an opportunity to get your name out there, exposure, and they're big platforms. Therefore, it trickles down to your platform. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm downtown. Kind of dead downtown, huh? I haven't really figured out what I want to do outside of just YouTube, though. I've been trying to ponder ideas. I mean, I got a lot on my plate right now. Like Chango just said, with all the stuff that's going on in my situation, I got a lot of things I'm dealing with, man. It's not always easy. I'm not gonna sit there and fucking make excuses about it because at the end of the day, everything had to do with my own choices, no matter what. And that's the fucked up thing is that sometimes we make choices out of impulse at times, or we expect things to maybe get better. And at the end of the day, you only have yourself to blame. I watched it, the last one. I watched it. It was it was all right. I mean, I think he did better on the other one. To be honest with you, my personal opinion. You know what I mean? My charge wrong right now. Because there was too many pauses and shit. It seemed like like I don't know. I don't know if he was planning on editing it or what. Let's see what else is going on with everybody, man. I've been taking a little bit of a break. You're in downtown San Fernando. I'm in downtown Tucson right now. You got any fucking music requests? I'm charging 13 cents, $13 for a song. Fuck, man. That's when people all of a sudden think that they're royalty on fucking YouTube, huh? That shit's crazy as fuck, man. It's what people were doing that at first was if you want to, you know what I mean? But now people are making demands and shit. That's crazy. I'm charging 13 cents though. No, 14 cents. Oh, fucking the set trip. I'm just playing. You gotta have a sense of humor, right? I don't know. Cardinal. Right now, I'm by the university, man. You know that they got a fucking kick-ass basketball team every year out of the program. A lot of people went pro out here. That's when I think that they had that coach, Lute Olson, right? Everybody has different childhoods, but it affects you, man. And it depends, man. Like I said, it doesn't matter what side of the tracks of life that you lived. Things in your childhood are going to affect you. You could come from a home that has money, and the same things could affect you. You can come from a home that's poor, and same thing. And you can also come from a home and be poor and not be affected by it, or be rich and not be affected by things. Anybody from my city that switched from north to the south? Yeah, two people. They're from 18th Street. I actually did a video on it. And when they came back to visit, oh man, you know your boy was running up on them. I went looking for one time at a motel. He wasn't there, but I got a more clear understanding of it now. You know, when you move to certain neighborhoods, but they didn't move at a young age. They moved at like 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got to adapt to your environment, man. You know, I couldn't do that, but I mean, I guess his brother was already there. Motherfucking on Facebook, sure enough, got a bunch of 18s and on them and all that. You know what I mean? He did, and then we had another one that was originally from there. He never banged, but he rocked with us, man. He went back because I remember his brother was from Florencia, and I remember the homeboys went all the way up there to some neighborhood down south, man, to get his sister out of that house. She was getting beat by the dude, and I got to give the homeboy Whispers and them a fucking some props for that. That was around 1996, man. You know, anybody done time, you know what I'm talking about when I say Whispers, and the homeboy, and then even some little homeboy that we just didn't expect it from went with him. They went all the way to LA. And yeah, it cracked off inside the house when they got her out, man. Oh, don't even trip, Chungle. Yeah. Let me put some. Anybody got any music requests, man? I mean, I'm not gonna charge you. Starbucks sounds good right now. Are they open? I know Dutch Brothers is. Yeah, right. Come on, man. All of a sudden, he wants to interview me. They should don't worry about their own shit, man. Honestly. What's up, Keep Steadle? Yeah, but I had a good little trip, man. I got to spend some time with my son. That was awesome, man. See what he's doing, the little man he's becoming, you know. And he's becoming a good young man. It was encouraging to see that, you know, he's still the same kid, you know, good heart, make people laugh. He's just, you know, he has some learning disabilities and stuff. He was having problems last year with some people I think were trying to bully him, but this year he's been standing up for himself, which, you know, you want to encourage for your child to stand up, especially if they've been bullied, you know. So that's been a good thing, and I haven't been in his life really as much as I should the last year, man. And you guys probably don't remember, man. I had my son full time. You know what I'm saying? When I was doing YouTube for a couple of years, you know, I was taking him to school. I was helping him with his homework. I was doing a lot of stuff as a parent, man. You know, and when I got married, I gave the mother the option if she wanted him for school or not. And I'm not going to even elaborate how well that decision turned out. You know, you try to be the parent that takes the higher road. Never try to do that in any situation when it comes to your kids. Never think that you're taking the higher road. When it comes to your kids, don't. That's one mistake that I made. You know, because as soon as one parent has a little bit of power, they're going to use that against you every time, man. That's the only thing I'm going to sit there and say. I'm not going to badmouth anybody or anything. Just never, ever feel like you're going to take the higher road for your child. You fucking fight for your kid no matter what, and your rights. So that's what happened in 2021. So, but before I was the male figure in his life every day, you know, and that sucks. That's a big change, you know. You fucking honking at. I'm not going. Excuse my language. You know why I don't really watch anything on Vlad TV? Because some of those, like I've seen stories and stuff they talk about on there and stuff that we've already discussed a long time ago. You know, so it doesn't really interest me. You know, that's why I'll watch maybe to give a view for support if it was going to benefit him. You know what I mean? I watch No Jumper from time to time, and and tell myself that's what I'm not going to do. You know what I mean? Hold on. Oh, oh shit! How the hell did I end up here? Okay. Kids are a blessing. I'll tell you that right now. They're a blessing, most definitely, man. You know. I'm trying to find parking right here. That's gonna got me too long. Or I'm parked. Um, I think he said he was from San Mateo in the interview. If you listen to it, right? Yeah, there's a lot more to Lizard's story. Yep. They always look at, Lizard had his flaws and whatnot, right? But if you really know what was going on at that time, there's a lot more to it, man. Like Chango said, and we all had flaws though. If you were living in that criminal lifestyle, right? You have a flaw. You're involved in criminal activities. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be 100% righteous and solid, maybe by convict standards, but what are convict standards? What used to be convict standards don't exist anymore. So it's just a whole charade. Like the things that you see today it's shocking me. To me, it would make any kid or anybody not want to be involved in gangs. That's my personal opinion. Like sometimes the stuff that you see, who would want to be involved in that? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't. And that's why I would say that sometimes when you hear the stories and you hear the stuff that's going on, it's not always to glorify, but it's also to show people what that life is like at times. Therefore, who wants to be part of some that everybody's, backstabbing, corruption, lies, and all that stuff, man? Why? You know, it's not even worth it. You know, and anytime you have a group of collective that are committed to something or involved in something, you have egos, alter egos, right? Therefore, people have no problem lying about the next man. And being a lone wolf criminal. I'm suggesting don't commit crimes at all. I'm just saying though, by human nature, we do things from time to time, and you can't justify it, can't condone it. You've got to accept it. That's if you choose to commit any type of crime as an individual, you have to suffer the consequences. I'm not saying commit any crimes. I'm against all that. What I'm telling you though is anything you do in life, make sure that you made a choice based upon it. You want to make that choice. You decided it. Don't let no one else be the cause to influence you to make that choice. It's the same way when people want to walk away from gangs or change their life. Don't let nobody else be the reason for you doing it. Do it because you feel you want to do it, that it feels right for you. Because otherwise, it's never going to work. If you do something to try to help please another person, that person is never going to be satisfied, anyways, especially with women, right? You know what I'm saying? Something in their DNA. You achieve one thing, they expect something totally else from you. Then the more you try to do, the more expectations come from them, you know? And I just think that's fucking something in their DNA, man. And us men just try to always achieve it, you know? Oh, hit the like, yeah, hit the like, por favor. I don't go on live too much. Come on, butter. Yeah, opiates. Oh, that whatever opioids, whatever. Ain't no joke, man. It ain't. But you can always change whatever you're doing at any time in life, man. John Redcorn, you know what? Let's address that. So when I got hemmed up, right, I turned myself in, right. I'm not on bail, as everybody knows. I'm not going to talk about the case. Um, they thought I was in the house, I guess, apparently, right? And they sent a SWAT team. They sent a little robot. They have all that stuff, right? They proceeded to leave my front door open, and there was unknown individuals that ended up going to my house days later because I wasn't turning myself in until Monday morning. In the process of that, a lot of stuff that I had, personal stuff, right, stuff that was of value, was stolen. You know what I'm saying? Now, based upon what happened, I'm not living at that location right now. You know, because yeah, they're doing ads on the lies when you monetize it. So it's a trip, huh? A trip on that. It's I think every 12 minutes they do it or something like that. What was I gonna say? So the people started going in there and they took stuff, and you know, we even have neighbors with cameras that the sheriffs left my door open. So I got to talk to an attorney about that. I mean, you know some story. Go ahead, tell your story. No plea deal. No plea deal. No time because of me. That's a fact. So you got to do. People got to do their homework on that. But let's get back into what I was saying. So a lot of stuff was taken. You know what I mean? And I lost my laptop, so I spent all the money. I lost my microphones. I lost my tools I had. You know, stuff of value. You know what I'm saying? Was destroyed. The cops ransacked the house like crazy. And you know, when I got out, you know, I had a lot of. I still have bills I have to catch up on. So I haven't been staying. I don't have a permanent place right now. Maybe by next month I'll be able to afford a place. Um, but I do pay money to where I'm staying right now because it's the right thing to do. And so I lost all that stuff. And so until I'm, you know, stable where I need to be, then I'll start to get equipment. But right now I can't do it, and I'm not going to sit there and do no raffles. I'm not going to sit there and ask people for money or anything. I'm just going to be me. Yeah, I know. It's kind of a catch-22 situation because it will help the channel. That's why I don't really do videos where I show my face because one, I don't have the equipment, and two, I'm not at a location where I can do it. You know, no, people went up in the house, man. I didn't know. You know, people out here they'll find out that someone was locked up and no one's there, and they'll tell their people, and the next thing you know, they're ransacking the house. That's just it's always been like that. If they never locked the door, you know, and no one got to the house till Sunday night, right? And that's when we noticed that there was stuff that was already missing. Because that Monday morning I turned myself in, but they had a GPS on my car, right? And then they had cameras that were being watched from the neighbors, and so the neighbors seen a couple people, and that's been submitted to my attorney. But that's a whole nother story. They basically let my house get ransacked. They're supposed to secure the house, but they didn't. You know, so it is what it is. What can you do? So that's why I'm using my phone. So when you guys hear the microphone, it's this phone that I'm on right now. So I got no choice. You know what I'm saying? But to use what I got. And I'm at a position to go, okay, what do I do first? Do I invest more money in getting the equipment, or do I get a place first? You get what I'm saying? So be patient. We'll get there. I'm not going to find them, so it doesn't really matter. So, Antonio, that's kind of an irrelevant question. And I mean, what you want me to sit there and say something that would be disastrous? right? That could be used against me in court. No, I wouldn't do anything. You know? Yeah, in my paperwork it talks about one person went in my house. I don't even know who the hell it is. And they had people that were fucking claiming they think I was at locations, all kinds of crazy shit, man. You know? That day I was at an attorney's office by 5 p.m. You know what I'm saying? With money to hire an attorney. You know, I wasn't gonna put myself in position being 6'5" and the charges that they allegedly alleging that I did, right? I'm not gonna sit there and see how that turns out. I'd rather do it with an attorney present and have it set up. So some people thought, oh, he's out running, he's on the run, and he's doing this. Nah, I'm just not. I was putting my thinking cap on. But of course, everybody else has the answers, but you, huh? 44 people in. What would you do, Antonio? I'm not violent, so I wouldn't do anything. Let me see where I'm at right now. Hold on. Maps. What's up with it, man? Hold on. Let me see where I'm at. I'm trying to sit there and see where I'm at real quick, guys. Hold on. Oh, I know. I'm very well aware of that, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm very well aware of that. Where am I at right now? Hold on. Okay, I gotta go this way. Hold on, guys. Let me see where I'm going. This will drive, huh? I don't think anybody knows, except for that he committed suicide. Is what the claim is, So, I mean, at first people used to suspect other things, but I don't think so, man. I think that maybe the pressure got to him. Maybe the situation he thought that this was going to be a way to free his boy Snoop, but maybe he didn't want to do the time. That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna get something to eat. Right, I'm at McDonald's. Shit, fuck it, I'm right here. Cowboys. Who's a Cowboy fan? This dude backed up right behind me. What do they got at McDonald's that's good right now? I haven't really been eating fast food for a minute. Django sends me pictures of food all day. Hold on, guys. Hey, Chongo, you want some McDonald's? Live Zone. Oh, medium. Do you guys have milkshakes? Can I get a strawberry milkshake? Just a medium. That's it. Thank you. I haven't had a milkshake for a long time, man. No, this right here was convenient, man. I haven't really been eating out, so you sound like fucking was it Mi Vida Loca, right? Oh, I got my lights off and shit. What was it? When they wanted to go to Burger King or McDonald's? I watched that movie the other night. I was laughing my ass off. Damn. Hold on. There you go. I think I gave you two. Hold on. Here's 25 cents. Give me $2 back. Thank you. I think he, I think he passed away, man. I do. That's why I'm getting a quarter pounder. So if you guys have any ideas of topics you guys want, I've been trying to mix it up, man. I've been pushing hard on all channels, man. You know, I got different topics, but I'm trying to keep it fucking diverse, so you're not just getting the same shit over and over again. Something different, and I'm not trying to piggyback too much off what other people are doing. You know, not that I won't if it's a good topic, but for the most part, you know. What's up with it, Dan? Who remembers this shit? All right, thank you.
My living is the only life for me. Straight from Wall Street to the cash and my weed. Steady mugging me to the methamphetamines. I'm riding to your king with my hand on my gun. Every day, rolling things on the ring. Every day, rolling things on the ring. Every day, send me out. Take your grill, I pass it back to the high of the black, rated jack for the thrill. Off the hill, we kill it real. Why my mom for money, just get in the pay the bill. Y'all can free the reason, y'all get back to y'all. I just get in contact, once I got that niggas down from my side. Check them back, speed on.
Work. What stories you got?
Shorty's gonna be a thug. What you mean, nigga? Getting money is a fucking routine, nigga. This ain't nothing new, it's what we been doing. This ain't nothing new, it's what we been doing.
Trying to figure out where I'm at right now. Kind of got lost. What's my email? Broken Dreams episode @gmail.com. I can see you, Bruno. What's up, man? What do you mean I don't know what I want to be? Shit. Jungle. Oh man. I know. I know who I want to be. Comments. Timo Facts. Let me see. What happened at the Jack in the Crack? I didn't even hear about that. I see homie hangouts up in here, man. Homie hangouts been dropping some banging content too, man. Yeah, this jungle. The one and only. He's, you know what? You got a funny one. I like the reactions, man. The reactions pretty damn good. You know, the humor's there. The best kind of humor is when it's kind of done in a sarcastic way. I swear to God. See me, I could be funny, I could do all that stuff too, but you guys aren't used to it. So that would be an interesting video. You know what I'm saying? Or even a live discussion. Is Chongo in the homie hangout? I'd watch that. You know, there's two people that will always challenge me to think and do all that, and it's always been like that with homie hangout because we were cellies before, and that's always homie hangout, and it's always Chongo. So when they do things, it's almost like challenging to bring out a better me sometimes. So I don't take it too personal. Whenever I got in discussions with them, it makes you think. Too spoiled. What town is that? You from the peninsula, right? Come on, oh, Rogue. Man, hey, there's certain words that you already know where someone's from. You hear the word Rogue, you're already talking about EPA all day. Yeah, this is a couple things that I'm gonna probably do for myself in the next week, man. Like I don't want to talk about it too much on here, but you know, I'm gonna make sure that I take care of my mental health and get back into some prevention stages for, like, you know, when shit happens, you know. You know what I'm saying? I didn't all the tools that I had in my toolbox, I didn't apply some of them. And you know, the one thing that I noticed that was the cause of it was ego. Ego is always going to be the number one offender for anything. You know, when you feel a certain way about something and you can't let that fester, you got to figure out ways to deal with it. And so I'm gonna be taking some classes, or you know, and stuff like that, just to be prepared, be better prepared, because I had about, at that time, I had about 6 years clean and sober, man. That's some time right there. And you know, spiritual tests, you can call them, right? Because I think everything in life is a spiritual test to see how you react. And I had small little issues and I dealt with them and deflected them, right? But when you start to put things away, this is what I learned. When you start to put other things before your own recovery, your own mental health, because you're seeking something else, is when you start to lose all those things. Never put nothing before, your family, your recovery, and anything, because those are the things you're going to lose afterwards. And that's the truth. If you put, making money, career, success, what I'm saying, reestablishing your stature in your peers' eyes, right, as a first priority over your family, those same things are going to be the first things you're going to lose eventually. I remember I used to hear that in recovery, and I used to be really big into the rooms, but it got too political for me. But it doesn't mean that I didn't learn a lot, like the maintenance steps and the working on the meat and bone of the program, which working on your character defects and stuff like that, man. But I just kind of lost sight of it, man, and that allowed certain things to basically infiltrate my own character, and it started to push certain things away that I used to have and had that blockage from that, man. And there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what, man, I made some mistakes here and I made some wrong choices. Let's get back to it. Because even my content changed at that time too. I was no longer, positive. I was getting more into that old school Flacco in a sense, and being defensive and stuff like that, man. Yeah, you know what? If it works for you, that's the key thing, and you got to find a balance. And I forget about that, man. There's two things that people don't talk about in recovery that people need to realize. You don't always have to do the steps in order. The first step is the only one you got to do in order. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in that. People will tell you different, but you can do them in different orders. The second thing, right, is you got to find that balance, man. You can't let your life be consumed with that. You have to do this recovery, you have to do that, or you're going to fuck up, because that's when you're going to sit there and become what's the proper way to say it, dissatisfied with your life. You're letting it become just a part of controlling your life. And then you start to see things that are wrong in other people. Like I started to see people like, well, you're talking about you can't control your own life. How are you going to try to control my life? And you don't have to necessarily do the 12 steps to or attend AA to get clean and sober, though. That's, people need to realize that, but it does work. So you got to find what works for you and how it works for you. Some people, don't go to NA for some reasons. I went to AA because when I was in NA, and this is the truth, when I was going to Narcotics Anonymous, I was looking at people and I was like, man, I would have did this and did that to this person. And so I'm prejudging people. So I wanted people that were, I had my first sponsor. He was a hardcore, like to the left. You know what I'm saying? But he was a good sponsor. I learned a lot from him. I didn't prejudge anything, and he didn't prejudge me. And he took me through the steps. Then my next sponsor, was someone that was from San Francisco, that area. I had him on the channel. If you guys remember, Brian, good dude. He's still doing good. And he was more from the life. He wasn't like a Norteño or anything like that. He was a Wood, but he's from the Bay, so he had that Bay swag to him, and he just helped me out on things, man. And then I also had a biker that was from Raiders, which is my sponsor. I had different people that helped me along the way, but when I got a YouTube would be my salvation as far as to get and do all that, because that's all about service. And when it becomes about the money in the bag, is when it changed everything. You know what I'm saying? When it came about the ego and having a future, that they changed everything. Because you don't want people, we all have fucking egos. Let's just get that out the fucking way. And when it becomes too competitive, and when it gets kind of scandalous a little bit, because it does get scandalous, because bear in mind, some of these individuals, barely had any mainline fucking status. You know what I mean? They just know all the negative stuff. You have the urge to either prove yourself or to, put them in their place. And that's where it's no longer fun, man. That's no longer about a message. It's no longer about helping people, but it's about serving your own ego. And that's the one thing I can tell anybody on YouTube is don't ever let YouTube be trying you. Because the moment you do that, you're putting everything You're making it all about you. You know, it's easier to be successful and help other people when you make it about others. You know, and there's nothing wrong with having setbacks. You know, fucking up. It happens in life. You know, it just means for a stronger comeback, and that's how I look at it, man. I've had a lot of shit that's happened like in the last year, and not of all of it's YouTube related, right? But does it mean that I give up on myself? You know, because I've already proven, you know, some type of longevity as far as long-term success. And you never know what someone's going to face on a day-to-day basis, man. And it could be just one incident where everything gets offset, you know. And a lot of like, you know, I know a lot of the stuff that kind of was going on that people weren't aware of. You know what I'm saying? Like the child support took fucking my whole bank account, right? On January 30th of 2022. All my money. And Rascal's in the comments, he can confirm. You get your money on the 21st, that's it. You know, and this was after I had moved and got married and was promised a job for one individual. They were blowing smoke up my ass and making promises they couldn't keep, which I should have never expected that of them. But, you know, stuff like that will happen in people's lives and we don't know it, you know, and we can't be quick to always judge people just based upon the fact that they're struggling or they're having hard times. And that's when you want to sit there and fucking try to help people. That's when people need help. And sometimes us, you know, content creators, people that you see every day that have egos, we don't want to sit there and say, man, I'm struggling. I'm going through some hard shit right now. I don't know what the fuck to do because our ego gets in the way. You know? So I'm always open to anybody, man. Because hopefully, if anything, the that I hope could help somebody not make the same mistakes that I made, man. And I make mistakes. And I own them. You know? Now, me ain't a curious to work that I do. You know, we all have imperfections, man. People forget about that. So, like, don't let everything weigh on your heart too heavy if you're not going at a pace that people think you should go. That's the longest live I've done in a long time, huh? I'm about to get up anyways. Okay, now I know where I'm at. I didn't know where I was at, guys. I swear to God. Let me see who else is up there. Sorry, guys, I wasn't reading the comments. Optimism, man, optimism. So you can fucking. That's the thing too. People forget is you could have certain beliefs that you believe in, and it just changes through your experiences, man. You know, I have a harder time with trust with people. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that in a sense because it secures me. Um, but for a while, if anybody that knows me and talks to me, I'm pretty open about shit. I'm not one of those ones that fucking hides or fucking. I'm gonna express how I feel or what I'm going through. And you got to realize that sometimes not everybody's gonna be welcoming that. Not everybody's gonna understand that. And sometimes people look at that as a way to attack, you know. And the biggest mistakes that people make is they repeat the same thing over again. You know what I'm saying? If this wasn't working before, why do it again? You know, that's just the term insanity comes in where you repeat the same cycle of events expecting a different result. You know, and that's like when I used to sponsor men in recovery, right? Which was really that's when you do that, you're doing that for your own recovery. People don't always realize that when you help others, it's for you. And you know, I have one person I sponsored, took him through the steps. He works at OCD in I think it's called OCD in East Palo Alto. Rascal may know about it. He's familiar with that. He's a counselor there. And you know, I remember when he was first going through the steps I took him through. You know, other people have had their families come back, and I'm forgetting all the tools that I learned, and I'm seeing everybody continue the path that you help guide them in, because all you're doing is giving them suggestions, right? But you're not taking your own suggestions. On common ground, OCG, yeah, yeah, good dude. I got to tap base with him, man. A lot of good people came out of Project 90 as well. A lot of good dudes I was there with. They're still doing a good job. I think there's that what's that detox center they have out there too? Palm Ave. Is Palm Ave still there? David Lewis passed away. I know Dave Lewis. Broken Dreams episode at gmail.com. The enforcer. Anyways, I'm gonna get going, guys. I just wanted to tap in for a little bit, man. Sorry I couldn't really interact with the comments. It seemed like you guys had your own thing going on over there. Hope you guys have a good one.